Show girl. Yes. How y'all doing, real deal? And happy King's birthday, Martin Luther King's birthday. Today, tonight, shout out to my night riders. Where my night riders at? Where my night riders at? Yeah. Where are my night riders? Go get your partner. Or go get you something to eat, popcorn, get you something to snack on. And we gonna talk tonight, okay? Yeah. How to protect your relationships. Hey, because these days, you got to protect your relationship. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Okay. Well, we're going to go over some of the pointers of protecting your relationship, and then we're going to go on to some more, okay? So I'm going to, oh, Lord, I took it down. Did I take it down? Let me see. Gosh, I took one of them down, okay? So the night riders, I'm gonna kind of like help you keep your relationship. Yeah. Okay. Protect your relationship, honey. One of the things you do want to do to protect your relationship is communicate effectively. Okay. You have to communicate. You have to communicate. We talked about this before. In a relationship, to protect your relationship, you have to talk. You have to communicate, okay? Communicate what? Effectively. Okay? And we're gonna start the year out right? Hold on for a minute, y'all. Let me get something right quick. Y'all, come on in. So what you want to do is you got to communicate. There's a lot of people don't want to talk. I used to be like that. Okay? You want to communicate effectively, okay? All right? Okay, okay. You want to communicate effectively. We're going to get into that right now. Okay? And when you're talking about, let me turn the music down. Okay? I don't want to turn it out. I just want to turn it down. So when you communicate effectively, communicate. Wait, let me get right. Communication is something that is overlooked in many people's lives. A lot of people don't know how to communicate to you. You're scared to talk sometimes because they're gonna yell at you. You hate to. You're scared. You don't know how they're gonna accept you. So when you're talking about protect your relationship, you have to communicate effectively. Okay. And communication is something that we overlook. There are reasons, you all, why companies are favoring job candidates. And the only thing that is saying that communicating effectively is satisfying with their are more satisfied with their relationship and have a wait a minute, hold on for a minute, girl. Hold on for a second. Lanita got get it together, Lanita. Get it together, Lanita. Okay. Okay. Because that's what we have a lot of problem in relationships, is communicating. You know, we don't hold on, y'all. Okay, hold on for a second. Okay. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Now, one thing about when we're gonna get let me just stay where I am right now for right now. So we want to communicate effectively, and the next thing you want to do in your relationship is hold on, y'all. So we let's get back because I want y'all relationship to work because I know what's wrong with your relationship is that you don't communicate. You don't know how to communicate. So when you communicate effectively by staying, you got to calm under pressure. You're gonna calm under pressure. Staying calm under pressure. Calm down. Okay. Use stalling tactics. Now I stalled a lot when I talk. That's why I have because you don't want to. You want to make sure that you're communicating where it won't you're coming out right, or you don't want to come out wrong. Okay, so it's nothing wrong with stalling tactics to give yourself time to think. You have to think before you open up that mouth, honey. Yeah, loud. Think before you open up that mouth. Now, how can you communicate more effectively? So what you want to do is speak clearly. Don't hesitate about telling her or him what you want to tell them. Speak clearly, maintain an even tone. Like I'm doing, you see the tone that I'm using because I don't want nobody the relationship to say, you yelling at me. Why you yelling? Some people don't even know they yelling at you. You tell them that you are yelling at me and they don't listen to you. So what you want to do, you want to speak clearly, maintain an even tone, okay, and make eye contact. If you're talking to me in a relationship, well, look at me. Don't be on your phone. Look at me. Communicate effectively. Let's look one another in the eye. Don't be eating. Don't be eating and all that kind of stuff. Keep your body language relaxed and open. Wrap up with a summary. That's why when I finish things, like I try to. You see how I'm talking? Because I don't want to hurt a person feeling. I want them to hear the tone of voice, how I switched up and changed. Okay, what you want to do, wrap up with a summary and then stop talking. Okay, summarize. What you want to do is summarize your response and then stop talking, even if it leads to silence in the room. Once I say in the tone for why you yelling at me, I'm going to let you finish and I'm going to change my tone because I see your tone up in the air. And effectively, I'm going to say what I got to say and then I'm gone. I'm being quiet. I'm gonna let the room gonna be real quiet. Now, what does communicate effectively means? Huh? To process. It means to process of exchanging ideas, thoughts, opinions, knowledge, that the message is received. Because if you're not paying me no attention what I'm saying to you, effectively, it's I think you not paying me no attention in the relationship. Hold on for a minute, yeah. So being communicating effectively is very important in a relationship. There my boy go. There my boy go. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Communication means switching position when the other one gets tired. But you know, the real, come on now, stay on task. Okay. Okay. All right. When you protect your relationship, the next thing you want to do is okay. The next thing you want to do is feel each situation out. Y'all have to excuse me because I have a young man in my chat. He just gotta make me laugh, okay? So next you want to do is feel each situation out. Compassionate. You want to be compassionate, okay? Detachment. You want to be Hey, wait a minute. Okay. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna try not to look at the chat because that's my boy right there now. Okay, I'm gonna read it. Read that in a minute. So, you want to protect your relationship, you feel each situation out. Compassionate. Detachment means claiming your right to defend yourself from controlling, manipulative, or abusive loved ones. Y'all hear that? To protect your relationship, what you want to do is okay, y'all, I'm serious. I'm just this man here. Okay, to protect your relationship, you want to be compassionate, okay? Compassionate detachment means claiming your right to defend yourself from controlling, manipulative, or abusive loved ones, okay? It means treating them with love. So if you're in a relationship, any kind of relationship, don't say, nah, I don't want to hear that. Yes, you do. Y'all, it can work, okay? It can work. So to protect your relationship, it's a lot of things come involved with that, okay? Especially when you got kids involved, okay? Compassionate detachment. Y'all make sure that y'all, let me put this word up front. This is very important. Okay, being compassionate. It's called compassionate. Wait, I'm gonna put it up though. Oops. Okay. Because I want y'all relationships to work. If you don't did everything we talk about lately on our relationship night, and you did everything you're supposed to do, then if it don't work, you tried. Hey, I think you better let it go. Hold on, y'all. I'm about to put this word up on. Okay. This word right here. Compassionate detachment. And what we say that means is to claiming your right to defend yourself from a controlling, manipulative, or abusive loved ones. It means treating them with the love. Treating your loved one with love. Okay? Now, if kids involved, your compassionate detachment. Remember that word right there. Y'all might want to get you a little dictionary and work it out with him or her. if it don't, we're gonna try some more ways. We're not just gonna leave that relationship. We're gonna try some ways. Okay. If children are involved, you're compassionate. Wait, let me get this out to y'all. But see, that's why I said I wasn't gonna look at the chat. But let me. Y'all don't like to hear a man point of view. That's why they say I don't take them serious, but I do take them serious. But when men talk, they make me laugh because the thing come out their mouth. So this is what he said. He said, the young man says that word means like calling her a Uber in the morning. Okay, y'all. Y'all have to excuse me, okay? Let me put my word back at there. Compassionate detachment, okay? When you got children involved, your compassionate detachment from controlling family members, every relationship got that controlling, manipulative individual that is trying to control your relationship, okay? Controlling family members will teach them how to handle a tough relationship in their own lives, okay? Because they don't understand your family. Sometimes your family need to like back off a little bit and let y'all work stuff out. You know what I mean? And in the right tone of voice. If she says, "Baby, you yelling at me. Can you calm down?" So you apologize. Okay, I'm gonna tone it down. And then when that person tone down, don't you act a fool. Yeah, okay. Don't you get loud because he calmed down and respected you. She calmed down and respected you. Okay, being in a committed relationship can be a beautiful experience, y'all. Yeah, but it comes with trials and tribulations. Okay, stop thinking that a relationship's supposed to be all good shoes. You're gonna have trials and tribulations. Look at you humans. You getting to know each other, okay? You get to know each other, okay? And you learning each other. And then once you learn each other, hey man, please, you need to protect your relationship. People must realize that relationships, hold up, y'all. Being in a committed relationship, wait a minute, I'm sorry. People must realize that relationship. Hold on. People must realize that relationships are not all peaches and cream. A lot of people think that relationship was so, oh, look at them. You don't know. You see Beyonce and you see Jay-Z. You don't know what's going on in their relationship. They just know how to be around each other out in the public. And when they get home, they go in their separate room. They might not. But people must realize that relationships are not all about peaches and cream. No. And the sooner you know, the sooner you will be prepared for marriage. Don't rush into that marriage. But I used to, back in the day, they used to call it shacking, when you just living with each other without being married. I thought that my knowledge was, I thought maybe we had to live with each other in order to, before we got married. I thought it was the opposite. I thought maybe you should live with one another and get to know one another. Because when you live with a person, look like you'll find out a lot about that person before you say I do. Okay? He said women complain too much to have constructive conversation. We talked about that last night, didn't we? Don't complain in a relationship. Y'all got to stop complaining. Stop complaining in a relationship. We talked about that last night. and this is a man point of view talking, okay, right here. He said, I asked a chick, she was older, how her bob compared to this other chick. Wow. You think I would have started? You think we talked about this last night? You don't ask no woman about her hair. But you see, okay, let me go back where I was, y'all. I'm sorry. You don't know what this man gonna say. Okay, I am not married yet, but I have studied many marriage couples and long-term relationships. I notice a frequent pattern amongst these committed individuals. Now, these patterns often lead to separations. You must learn who you are as a person and your expectation before sharing your life with someone else. That's what I just said. Because if I married you and I don't know your expectations and the way you live and what you like and all that kind of stuff, like, we don't need to say no I do, because I still don't know you. Okay, so what you want to do is you must learn who you are as a person, you know, and your expectation before sharing your life with someone else. Okay. He said, okay, let me see what this man said. Okay, and the young man said, yeah, what the okay, and this young man said, I was also curious what size she would consider as, or less small, medium, or don't do, man, don't do that. I'm about to move it. What I tell you, real, is people watches this show. You got stay on task, please. I always got to be one student out the bunch. Okay, so what you want to do thus far in the relationship to protect your relationship class is communicate effectively, feel each situation out, how to protect. Okay, yeah, and feel each other. Okay, yeah, feel each situation out. Okay, y'all can do this. Y'all got this. Okay, and then we got ways to protect your. Be in a committed relationship. Okay, to be in a committed relationship. Committed means a lot now. Committed. Now, you could be in a relationship and have a look. They are watching you. They are listening to what you're saying. I got young people that listen. Now, come on now. We got to keep these relationships together. So, being in a commitment relationship can be a beautiful experience. Okay, but it comes with trials and tribulations, y'all. Don't forget that it comes with trials and tribulations. Okay, everything ain't gonna be no good shoes. Okay, most Americans in the United States, I noticed here lately, end up in divorce. And people are curious about why them patterns keep occurring. Every time you turn around, somebody get a divorce. Why? What you thought marriage was? What you thought marriage was gonna be? That's the person you're gonna live with for your life. You supposed when you married, that's the person you want to be with the rest of your life. Why start over? And then some people change when you get in a when you say I do, and get married. Some people change. It's a lot of things we're going to talk about what I disagree with in marriages. I don't believe in sharing the same bank account, y'all. I don't believe in. A lot of couples do. Now we can share bank account, the same one, but it's one I got to have on the side. I mentioned that before. Okay. It seems like marriages in this country, in the United States, is more of a liability than a commitment. What y'all think about that? Do you think that? Do y'all think that in the United States, since we got so many divorces and we don't understand it, they just got married last month. But through my experience, when I got married, I had to get out that thing real quick. But we didn't have nothing in common, but I had to get out of it real quick because I seen some changes. It seems like marriage in this country is more of a liability than a commitment between two souls who want to be unified. Yeah. Now I'm gonna give y'all a couple of ways you can minimize your chances of divorcing or having a dull relationship. And see, you don't, like you just said. Now you said something good. Women complain. I'm not gonna say that they complaining like that, but communication is something that is overlooked, y'all, in many people lives. Okay, and we're gonna get to them reasons. Okay, you can start communicating with your partner today by eliminating. We talked about this last night. Was it last night or the night? Other night. You can communicate with your partner. Put the phone up. Eliminate any phones on the dinner table. Put your phone up. What that phone is going to do, your cell phone. Learn to embrace face-to-face conversation when speaking with your partner. Face-to-face, not on the phone. You're texting. You can't communicate. I can't communicate with you. A lot of people communicate in their relationship on the phone, on the cell phone. You can't get. That's not good. Y'all need to sit down face to face and talk. Look each other in the eyes. Okay. Let him or she know who is bothering you and what you want to be fixed. Tell them. Be honest. Be honest. Okay? I think the problem in today's relationship is honesty, loyalty. If you are craving a specific dinner, then let your partner know. Let them know what you're craving. How can you not cook? I know, like I said, I'm not a cooker. But I will, if I'm not going to cook, I'm going to have my husband some kind of food he likes on the stove. I go out and get him a nice little dinner. I don't want my husband to go, just because I don't cook, I don't want him to keep eating out all the time. I'll go buy him something. I can get his food before he go. I can say some woman going to cook for him. He gonna want a home down food. He gonna be one. When he get off work, he gonna want some food. Okay. Compassionate detachment. Okay, this is this young man definition of compassionate detachment. Okay. So if I give her a hug, and guess why I get my own beer before I sit down and watch the football game. That's beautiful. That is so beautiful. Oh my goodness. Oh, now that's nice. Because you know that football game about to come on. That is so nice. Oh my goodness. That is so nice. That I like that. That's compassionate. That's being compassionate. Because you don't did what you supposed to do. Because you about to be sitting out through 4 quarters. I think that during halftime, a person who likes any sports should give that other person some attention during halftime. Now, another thing to protect your relationship, that was so compassionate. Okay, be aware of the risk. The risk. Okay. Be aware of the risk that you're about to take. Be open and upfront that your marriage are in a committed relationship when talking with someone new online. Okay? Okay. Let me see what you said. Now, he just put this compassionate attack right here. So let's see what the next compassionate detachment he's going to bring up. If she brought chips during halftime, that wouldn't be bad. No, that wouldn't. Now, that's what they're doing is she's being compassionate. She's being compassionate to you. You gave her the hugs and stuff like that. She probably had you some nice little something to snack on during the game. You know what I mean? You got to do something for your significant other. You got to. I know you don't like to cook, but you got to do some kind of something. You got to get him some food in there. You know, it's plenty of places sell dinner, but sometimes a man gonna want his home cooked down. You know, his cooking. He wants some real food. So what you want to do is beware of risk in your relationship to protect your relationship, okay? You have to be open with each other. Just like you just said, the football game about to come on. Be open. Don't let her know that day that the football Super Bowl coming up. Okay? Go ahead on now. Tell her about that Super Bowl game. Tell her about it. And then you might want to invite her. If it's gonna be all men's day, if it's gonna be a man thing, she might not want to come. But if it's gonna be couple thing, you should be willing and wanted to bring her, and she should want to go just to support you. Okay, the Super Bowl coming up. Okay, so be. Okay, all right. Okay. Okay, he said, I am cooking food, woman. I like to eat. These women nowadays, they don't know where the kitchen is. But you know what? By you saying that, I just heard today that this wife don't cook. Don't cook, period. Her husband eat out every day. Now, if I'm gonna do it like that, I'm gonna have when he get off from work, I'm gonna go ahead and have what he likes on the stove. I may can't cook, but I can go get it and put it in a dish like I did cook it. You know what I mean? They got a lot of little dishes and stuff, pots and pans. Put it in the pots and pans like you cooked it. I mean, make him feel like he had a home cooked meal, y'all. Every man wants a home cooked meal. So beware of the risk that you're taking. Be open and upfront that your marriage, okay? In a committed relationship, when talking with someone new online, y'all got to be careful. Avoid dating or single if you are in a committed relationship. Just focus on your stop. My main thing is this. You're in a committed relationship. Your focus should be on your partner. Now, just because another fine woman came in the room, or a handsome man came in the room, stop being greedy, okay? Stop wanting everything. Because you got just as a fine body sitting right next to you. Look for opportunity to show grace. To protect your relationship, look for opportunities to show grace. And what that means? Look for opportunity to show grace in your to protect your relationship. What that means? It's an excellent way to protect your relationship in times of stress. Yes. Look for opportunity to show grace. Got that stress? This here is an excellent way to protect your relationship in times of stress. Okay. Focus on the opportunities you have for fulfilling your potentials and creating the life you want. Okay. If you suspect your partner is controlling, look for clues. You have to talk to him. You have to tell your partner or her. You have to communicate effectively. Okay? Okay. Here we go. Why do women get so mad when you pass? Hey, man, come on. Man, you is something else. I got to answer that question. Cause you that look, and by the way, you asked that question, and guess what just came up? It said ask for support. So I'm gonna give you some support right here with that question. Have you ever asked that woman why she get upset when you pass a little gas? Well, that happens, and that's naturally like more like, yeah, but you're not supposed to do that. I know that's worse. That's worse. A little gas is worse than a lot of gas. It's the most embarrassing thing. Nobody want to smell that while they trying to love you. You is crazy. Okay, what you want to do in a relationship? I don't like for nobody to do that around me. Ask for support. Ask for support. And if you want to protect your relationship, ask for support. Stomping around and venting when you are in a bad mood would not inspire your partner to inquire and offer assistance. Okay. If you ask your partner don't be afraid to ask your partner for support. You can't think. I hate to hear somebody say, I thought that the only reason why I didn't say that, I thought that how you thought for me? What do you mean you thought? How you don't know what I'm thinking? You can't say that. That's what we call communicating effectively. Okay? You have to ask for support. Tell them, y'all. Know when to ask for help in your relationship. Know when to ask for help. Don't be afraid. It's some tools. There are tools out there that can help track down their social media, email, information, instant social support. It's a website, y'all. I think that I knew that when it came around to social media, I was waiting on this to happen when they wanted to go when they want to start using the internet, especially virtual. I was waiting. It seemed like back in 2099, it was something where like it was awareness where we supposed to get ready to get the kids to learn to start working on the laptop so they can do virtual learning at home. I like, oh Lord, what about to happen? And then that's when the COVID hit. So we want to get back to ask for support. Talk about what the rules and expectations for the children would be, and then support one another. You got to support one another, okay, by sticking to your joint decisions. Let me go back to that. To ask for support. Talk about what the rules and expectations for the children would be, and then support one another by sticking to your joint decision. Now, y'all, if don't just be in the relationship for the kids, cause he don't have to be over there with you. He can have his own place. Get your own place. Or she needs to get her own place. Or she leave, you leave, whatever. You don't have to be. If you don't ask questions in your relationship, then it's not a relationship. Because you want to ask me something. Okay? Talk about what the rules and expectations are very important in your relationship. Okay? Now let me see. Well, before I put your message up there, let me see. Women don't want traditional anymore. Okay, wait. I'm not doing just traditional. I'm doing today's. I'm talking about today's relationship. Y'all need to go back to traditional relationship. But let me read what you got to say first. Women don't want traditional anymore. All communication is out the window now. You got to approach it like a business deal. That's all they want. What can you do for me? Okay. They do want traditional. But it's updated. The tradition has updated, but y'all doing the same thing. And it was okay. But look, y'all, I'm trying to stay focused with y'all. The thing is this. We gotta get out of our mindsetting. Everything that what they doing now is the same thing we did. They just doing it a different way. All the relationships, everything. Oh yeah, we the new tradition and all that right there. I said y'all doing the same thing we doing. Y'all just doing it different. It's everything repeats itself. The clothes, the dances that the kids doing. The reason why the parents don't start doing it because the parents know how to do those dances. Every dance they do, we've been doing them dances. That's how I know how to do some of them dances because they old dances. But if you let them know, they new dances to them. Okay, but let's get back on here though. But that's a good question that you asked me. I appreciate that. And from a man point of view. Okay, talk about what the rules and the expectations are for the children and support one another by sticking to your joint decision. Okay, and what they saying is when we got kids together, okay, now you just said that he couldn't go to the basketball game with his friends. You say he couldn't go to the basketball game. And he came and asked you. So what you need to do is what your dad said. Now, if dad say you can't say, children speaking about that. If dad say you can't go, then what? What that mean? You can't go. So why are you coming to ask me? Because I did it. You know, we all did that. Kids gonna try you. Well, whatever your dad said, that's what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna say, baby, let him go. I think he should go, da. But you just said that we weren't gonna let him go. Don't do that in front of kids. If your significant other, your husband already done made that decision, it is what it is. Let it be. Okay? That called it support. When you say ask for support, the expectations, okay? That y'all expecting out the relationship, okay? Let's go next. Protect your relationship. To protect your relationship, be accountable. Be accountable, guys and gals. Be accountable. To protect your relationship, you got to be accountable, okay? Hold each other accountable. Over small discretions, help keep each other from dripping into larger ones. Okay, agree to speak. Agree. This is what we got to do, y'all, in order to hold each other accountable. You hear the tone of voice I switched to? Y'all got to change your tone of voice. And what you want to do is agree to speak up when you are unhappy about something, okay? Hey, speak up. Agree to speak up. Be accountable. It's not a sign of a lack of trust for marriage couples to check in with one another. Check in with one another. Hey, you married. Hey man, hold on. You ain't gotta tell the boys. You don't want the boys to know how you do in your relationship. I'll be glad to let the girls know I got a good relationship. All right, I'm about to call my husband, let my husband know we stopped over here after for lunch, lunch, me and the girls. Be accountable, because if I don't do it, then he gonna be upset. Okay, holding each other accountable over small descriptions, okay? It'll help keep each other from making it a larger thing. Be accountable. Okay? It's not a sign of lack of trust for married couples to check in with one another. Check in with your baby. Okay? It's a sign of the time we live in now. See, we talking about modern and tradition. We're talking about modern right now. Check in with your baby. Check in with her. Be accountable. Okay? You don't want to be a situation where, oh man, I should have told her. Or I should have asked him. It's nothing wrong with asking your man. It's really like, I ain't got to ask nobody, can I do this and that? No, that's just y'all expectation and y'all married. That's why you have a good relationship. Discuss to protect your relationship. You want to discuss your boundaries. Discuss your boundaries, okay? Anything of value deserves to be protected. Anything of value deserves to be protected, okay? And your marriage is definitely valuable. Y'all remember that. Your marriage is valuable, okay? Anything you value deserves to be protected. Okay, let me see what he said. Okay. He said, yes, boundaries. Stay away from the back door. Mine's Man, you know what? You know what? That back door thing. Yeah. That was my young days right there, baby. Back door, but I don't want y'all to do that. I'm not gonna get into that because I don't want my young people to do that. Okay? So we're gonna discuss boundaries. He just gave his boundaries. He said, stay away from the back door, that way he gonna run. Okay? Okay, so don't forget when you discuss when you want to discuss your boundary, that's anything value deserves to be protected. It's your marriage value. These women all want to do stuff that they're look, the real, keep it properly so they won't delete your message, because I want to hear what you got to say in a man point of view. I love this. Okay? So ask yourself, is your marriage valuable? Is there do you have boundaries in your marriage or in your relationship? Okay, anything of value deserves to be protected, y'all. If you value your relationship, your marriage, hey, you better protect it. And your marriage is definitely valuable. If you're not, you shouldn't be in it. Why are you in it? Why did you get in it? Okay? So boundaries are very important in marriage and relationships. Okay? Y'all got to sit down and discuss your boundaries from the beginning. Let's talk about this thing. Okay? Talk with your partner about what fidelity means to you. Y'all got to talk about that. Y'all laying up in the bed talking, y'all can talk now. Y'all eating dinner, let's talk about this, baby. Say what? That's this at the beginning now. And it can come in now. Right now. Catch stuff early, okay? Talk with your partner about what fidelity means to you. Baby, the flirting means to you. What do flirting mean to you, baby? Because see, I have to, me as a woman, I have why, what I'm gonna do with you? Let me see what he said, y'all. I didn't put his other message up there. He said a lot of these women want a side piece or two. Is that even a boundary? Yes, because if that woman told you what she wants, that's your boundary. Okay? I was young, I had a side piece. If I stay focused. If you married, you don't need no side piece. Your wife is your side piece. Everything to you. That's your boundary. That's who need to be protected right there. If you're married, but if you just single like me, you still got boundaries. Okay. Discuss your boundaries. Okay. Talk with your partners about, does flirting count as cheating? Let me ask you this question, because you're a man. Real. Does flirting counts as cheating? Because I like to flirt. Do flirting? I like to flirt. I'm a flirter. But I don't flirt with everybody though, but I do flirt. But you know what? That's values. That's a value. Values are very important. And what values that you just put up here to protect your marriage? You said contract. Yeah, y'all can write a contract. Different people have different definitions of. I ask you, I ain't talking about no people. See, when somebody asks you a question, when someone asks you a question, answer the question. Now, what you just did something that I said that we got to talk about. If you're in a relationship, if your wife or your significant other said, if she said, baby, what does flirting mean? She asked you a question. Does flirting means cheating? You don't talk about what other people think. She asked you. I asked you a question. What do you think about flirting? See, that's where a lot of problem comes in relationship. It's the communication part. Answer the question that your wife or your significant other asks you. She asks you, baby, does flirting means cheating? Because some men think flirting means cheating. But so I'm going to say, what do I think flirting is? I don't think flirting cheating. So I'm asking you a question since you're on a man point of view. Do you think flirting cheating the real since you're a man? Don't be scared. Tell the truth. I come back with that boundary. If it is, then I need to make some changes in if I want to protect my marriage. If my significant other said, either my husband says, yeah, baby, I think it's cheating, I'm going to respect him. I'm gonna talk to him and say, baby, but you know, I shouldn't be flirting in front of his face. No way. Okay. Now you didn't answer my question. Let me see what you put on him. See, women always be complaining. Now you didn't answer my question. I say no cheating is emotional relationship, online and physical, like sex. But what I'm saying, I asked you a question and you ain't answered it as if that's a hard question. I said, does flirting count as cheating? And we got to put that out there because people think that flirting is cheating. When I flirt, and I used to get in trouble for flirting. Now you said no, that's right. I don't think it is, but there are plenty of people think that flirting is cheating. And I didn't understand that. Okay, then suppose she said, here go another discuss the boundaries. So what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna flirt in a relationship because I want to protect my relationship. Now don't you that mean that you can't flirt either. That means you can't flirt either. So if I can't flirt and I can make a change, then you can't either. Now, suppose can they have close friends of the opposite? Can what about that, y'all? See, you need to set boundaries in your relationship before you get in it. Can y'all have a close friends of the opposite? Hell no. I went color purple on your butt. No. No, it's not too much. No, it's not. See, I think that I don't want. Well, a lot of women, but it's okay. You can have a woman friend. My man can't be around no woman because woman got what I got. So it is what it is. I'm done with that boundary right there, baby. No, 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 no female friends. You ain't about to have no friends after we hook up. No, you're not. No, no. So you might not want me. So those are boundaries, y'all. So what are y'all gonna do about your relationship? I said, and I'm one of them people. I'll be like, okay, then we just need to stop talking right now. We can break up. We can do all that. Cause my boundary, I'm a flirter. And you said I can't. You said that no flirting is not cheating. Okay, then. Can they have close friends of the opposite? No, I said no to that. So that's what I mean, no to that. So are you ready to do that? So this is something that y'all got to talk about, communicate effectively. Okay. Let me tell you something. People without boundaries may feel uncomfortable around those who have strong boundaries. Y'all heard what I said? See, people with boundaries in their, I have to have boundaries in my relationship. I have to. Cause ain't no woman gonna be, ain't no my man ain't about to have no opposite. And don't come tell me somebody your sister. Cause I know that's not your sister. That's that young woman that you trying to bring in over here and then how you ain't doing it. Well, look, anyway, boundaries are very important. Okay. So he said that flirting wasn't cheating. And I said, no, you cannot have a close friend, of the opposite. And that's what I meant. Now we don't met a couple over here. This couple of him, people without boundaries. Now, people who don't have boundaries in their relationship, those are the ones doing and seeing who they want to see. They doing what they want to do. So we're really not in a what you call. There are different types of relationship. We'll talk about that tomorrow night. But people without boundaries may feel uncomfortable with a comfort around those who have strong boundaries. Okay? It's okay for other people not to like your boundaries. It's okay. They ain't the one got to deal with you and your husband or you and your wife. No. And don't let nobody come in y'all life to talk about I won't hell though, man. Ain't nobody got to do what you do. I'm not gonna do what you do. So y'all, boundaries are very important in a relationship, but you do have couples who don't have boundaries. Those who don't have boundaries gonna have a problem one day down the line. You have to communicate effectively, okay? Now, to protect your relationship, the next thing you want to do is no secrets. You're my little secret. That's how we gon' keep it. Not in my relationship. No secrets. No secrets. Don't keep secrets about things that happen during your work day, even if it involves your attracted co-worker. Tell your significant other about your co-worker, man. Baby, see, that's a good communication. We got effective communication. You know, my supervisor's so cute, but let me tell you what he did. Okay, let me see what you said. Man, woman gotta communicate fast. All this jibber jabber I done went have but you need to listen though, the real. You need to listen if you want to have a effective relationship. You want to protect your relationship. These are the things that you can do. You want to go to sleep, you go to sleep. But I got to get this out. I got 4. How many more I got to do? I got a couple more that you need to listen to. Okay, I'll just go down the road because I don't want you to get sleep because I already been asleep. So I'm not going to. Okay. Another thing that I want to say about no secrets. Don't keep secrets about things that happen during your work day, even if it involves your attracted co-worker. Keeping secrets about even the smallest thing is not good, okay? No secrets in your relationship. No. There's never a good reason to keep a secret from your spouse. We're not talking about what your real hair color is, ladies. You wearing a wig. We ain't talking about none of that. Because men's wear weaves now. No secrets. Be completely honest. Be completely honest in your relationship. There's never a good reason to keep a secret from your spouse. We're not talking about hair color. Remember that. Next, I'm going to kind of speed up, y'all, because he want to go to sleep on the good part. Okay, let me see what he said. I ain't got no woman. You got friends? Friends is a relationship. We'll get into all that tomorrow on Martin Luther King birthday. I'm glad I don't need none of this fine advice. I'm just gonna watch more football. See, I don't have to worry about this stuff either. But I do want to help other people that in relationship because I like to see marriages work out. I like to see relationship work out without, and because there's a lot of negativity out there to mess up your relationship, okay? So I'm going to speed through this a little bit. To protect your relationship, spend quality time together, not quantity. We want to spend quality time together, okay? Any activities can be beneficial, okay, to any couple, okay? But only if both partners are excited to do it, okay? Y'all got to be excited. Sometimes, ladies, don't wear out your relationships that you don't want to do anything with him anymore. You don't want to go nowhere with him anymore. This is modern day marriage. This is modern day marriage. What I'm talking about, y'all. You talk modern day plantation. We're speaking to modern days. This is modern days. Quality is this is part of a relationship. Y'all got to do this. Quality time together. The quality of the time you spent together is more than the amount. I just said that. Not an amount you spend with me, the quality, the beneficial of it. We'll get into that later, but spend regular time enjoying life with your partner. Do that. Spend quality time. Quality time in a marriage is very important. Okay? Not quantity. Spend time alone to process. Do your best to uncover how you are feeling in relationship. Okay? Okay? Instead of singing out your other half, take responsibility for your mood swings. Okay? And they do have strategies for that, okay? Spend time alone to process yourself. Okay? So quality time, I'm about to zoom through this real quick. Quality time is very important. Okay? Trust. To protect your relationship, trust is very important. I have my problem with relationships is trust. Now, lately, since I've been alone, trust have become kind of a little better with me. I have to trust myself in the relationship. A key aspect of showing trust is allowing each other to set boundaries. You remember we talk about sit down and set your boundaries? Yeah, that's where the trust come in, with the boundaries, okay? And y'all better listen to what they saying their boundaries want to be, okay? So a key aspect of showing trust is allowing each other to set boundaries, okay? Permitting privacy, okay? And since we got technology, y'all, it's gonna be kind of easy. Y'all got the easy. Modern world has everything easy, and they don't even know it. Modern world has everything easy. We didn't have access to a lot of things that we had like it back then. We didn't. Y'all got access to everything, and y'all don't even appreciate it. I always keep a personal evaluation of the level of trust in your relationship in the back of your mind. Okay? Let me see what she said. I'm broke, so okay, but there are other people. We have to we want to somebody might want to come talk to you and they feel comfortable talking to you, so you got to be ready to talk. I always keep a personal evaluation of the level of trust in the relationship in the back of your mind. Trust in the back of your mind. If you going to the dance club, I know there's a lot of couples like to go to the adult clubs. Okay, we adult, so this is adult content purposes. If you go, now couples going to these kind of places, together. Look at T.I. and Tiny. Look at other couples. They go to the little dance. Easy on that one. I don't trust no one. So you got couples, they go to the adults clubs together. And that's part of their boundaries. She not mad because he go there. He not mad if she go there. They go there together. It's cool. Always keep a personal evaluation of the level of trust in the relationship. Okay. In the back of your mind, while you up there looking at them women, she looking at the women too, cause she in there with you. Uh, in the back of your mind, uh, remember trust, the level of trust that you have in the back of your mind. Don't do it. Don't do it. It ain't necessary. I'm Y'all got to stop leaving these good relationships for some bull mess. Okay? How much do you trust your partner to act in a way? I'm glad I'm free. Okay, so thus far we talked about protecting your relationship. Okay, things that you can do to protect your relationship. We talk about communicate effectively, feel each situation out, how to protect your relationship, be aware of the risk that you have to take in your relationship, look for opportunities to share grace. We talked about ask for support. We talked about being accountable. We talked about discuss your boundaries, no secrets, spend quality time together. We talked about trust. And the last thing it's a lot, but the last thing we're going to talk about, avoid miserable people in your relationship. Avoid miserable people in your relationship. What that means about avoid miserable people in your relationship. Okay? We all are energy. Can we talk about the light bill? I have to see which one I have down here to talk about the light bill. Okay, I know that right. You like me? Let's get these bill paid, baby. Okay, avoid miserable people. We all are energy people. Okay, bringing negative people into your life can always affect your relationship. Do y'all hear that? Bringing negative people into your life. Listen now, can also affect your relationship. Keep them negative folks around you and your husband. Okay? As you initiate your relationship, both parties should commit to each other that you both would try your best to avoid making assumptions and to always be faithful to each other. Okay, avoid falling at their mind. Avoid falling at their mind. One of the biggest danger in the close relationship is assuming. What they saying right there is in a close, in a close relationship, and avoiding miserable people. Don't assume that your partner is cheating. Don't do that. Don't assume that they are cheating on you and it's somebody else and somebody else been in his house. Don't assume stuff. Assuming is one of the worst. It's the biggest. Okay? The biggest danger in your relationship. Don't make that person assume that some of y'all can make a situation where you want that person is you doing something to make that person assume they doing something, that you are doing something and you're not doing anything. Okay, so assuming the other person is the same as you in their feelings and thoughts. Okay, and I'm gonna get to one of the ones that would come to can we talk about the light bills? Okay, would that be honest? I think they should be on a uh I'm gonna put that on honesty. I'm gonna put the light bills on the honesty. Okay, cause you end up spending that light bill money, you getting out of my house. Okay, I'm sorry. No, y'all don't do that. Don't do that. Y'all, I'm just saying, okay. Honesty. There is a saying that honesty is the best policy. It would help if you always were transparent with your partner. Trust does hurt, but it would set you free. Damn mess. Let me see what else they said about honesty. Too much navigating. You gotta tread when they get lots of problems. You just gotta trade them in. You so mean, real. Learn to compromise. This is the last one I'm gonna do. I got a lot of them to do, y'all, but I try to post some of them out so we can refresh our memories back on other nights. Like he brought up something happened the other night to this night. That's very good. That makes me feel like someone paying attention to. And I hope this helped grow your relationship. But learn to compromise, okay? Learn to compromise. That's very important in protecting your relationship. Learn to compromise. Our relationship requires give and take. Remember that. All relationships require give and take. When you're living in close quarters, being accommodating for their needs and preferences. Okay? So that relationship requires give and take. Sometimes you got to give and take. The ability to compromise is essential to forming happy and lasting relationship. Compromise. Now, I'm a very good compromiser. I can compromise real good, but it's a lot of these stuff on here that I have to work on. But the ability to compromise is essential to forming happy and lasting relationship. Okay, today's society emphasizes individuality, but for any relationship to work, I want y'all relationship to work. It's no way you should be getting a divorce. You've been married just a year. No, that's too much money. Okay. Here you go. Here you go. All them women do is take. I give everything, and they take my soul and last penny. I think they gave me an offer. Look, what you need to do. I'm y'all. I'm gonna close that up for now. I want to get into Mr. Keeping It Real. Mr. Real. Okay? Real. You don't have to get no woman all your pennies. That's what you choose to do. You choose to get them all your money. You choose to satisfy them and not yourself. See, you got to satisfy you. You got to say, don't get it nobody all your money. Give them what you need to do is budget on the side. Budget on the side. Stop trying to be Mr. Baller shot caller. I've been trying to be the player of the year. Keep it real, the real. You gotta keep the women only do what you let them do. If you go out there and meet you a woman who like shopping, then that's what you about to deal with. Okay? You said, let me see what you said, right? All I've been doing is satisfying myself. How you gonna say you satisfying yourself when you just said that them women do it, all women do is take. And then you gonna turn around and say all I've been doing is satisfying myself. I can't never gonna get no action. Yes, you will. You doing too much. I want you to hear something that I'm gonna let you hear something what I said. I came up Hold on. I want all of y'all men out there to listen to this, and women. I put something on TikTok the other day, and I want y'all to hear this. Boy, here come that. I can't wait till the football starts. I got that football. Hold on, y'all. I want to let y'all hear this. Okay, I think it's this. Listen to this. And we want to blame the man. But let me tell y'all something. A man only do what you let him do. Women. If you let him do it, he don't get away with it. So we complain about it or either deal with it. And we want to blame the man. But let me tell y'all something. A man only do what you let him do. Women. If you let him do it, he don't get away with it. So we complain about it or either deal with it. Okay, that's one of it. And let me see what else I came up with. That I'm serious. A man only does what you let him do. Okay, hold on, let me see what's another one I got. Hold on, yeah. Okay.
I can't hear nobody. God said, I gotta put somebody in your life who will not be secretly jealous. I gotta get somebody connected to you who will not be intimidated by your intelligence, who won't be threatened by your gift, and won't be upset when you get the attention. God said, I gotta surround you with folk who will make it their business that your dream comes to pass. Would you look at your neighbor and say, I'm not friend. I'm not jealous of you. I'm not threatened by you. And to prove it to you, I'm getting ready to shout for your destiny. That everything. I can't believe y'all ain't shouting better than that. Real people are getting ready to come into your life.
Y'all hear that? I'm gonna leave that for King. But look, I got one more. I got here. Listen to this. Y'all ask for, okay? Watch what you ask for because you don't know what you're gonna get, okay? Cause these packages is not like it used to be. Y'all women better be careful out here what y'all ask for, okay? Watch what you ask for because you don't know what you're gonna get, okay? Cause these packages is not like it used to be. Yes. Now them the ones that I came out. You got to be careful. I know you want to be with somebody. I know you want to hold somebody's hand. I know you want to be in a relationship. But these packages, modern world, it's not like it used to be. See, he said this is what the real thing. See, women always want to be controlled. I ain't controlling. Women don't like me because I don't play games and they can't control me. The real. I'm not a controlling person. I'm trying to compromise. What I'm doing now is trying to get people to compromise in their boundaries and stuff. It's not controlling. It seems like it, but it's not. As a communicator, I'm being affected. I'm communicating effectively. If I don't do this, then I'm not being honest. See, all these are things that we just talked about. Let me see what you said. Okay. I'm the package that done got returned 3 to 4 times. And now there is no address. Plus the wrapping is all broken down. It ain't some ain't all broken down because you sure had a date the other day. Tell me a little bit about your date the other night. How did your date go the other night? I just want y'all to be open. Have I like an open relationship. I can tell when somebody lying. But that's what you call assuming. And you shouldn't assume. But I won't let him. I like to use psychology on people, so I won't. What? Your date made you cry? What you do? What did you do? Come on. Real. Let's talk about this. I don't want nobody crying on their date. What did you do? I hope you tried some of the stuff that we say that you shouldn't do in a relationship. Why you cry? Why did you cry? Oh, it's what happened? What you do? Tell me, what did you do? You didn't communicate effectively, okay? What did you do? You crossed your boundaries. In my wallet, I could have got a working girl these days. See, I hear what you're doing, I hear what you're doing. See, they're the kind of women you like. See, y'all, see, that's the problem with some men. I'm not gonna say all. Y'all keep looking for a woman in the wrong place. You can't make a woman like them kind of women out of something they not want to be. Y'all keep looking in the wrong places to call a relationship. Them women's not ready for a relationship because their boundaries are totally different. And y'all want to change them. They're not ready to change. That's why she empty your pocket. Real, you supposed to be a real. Come on now. Come on, man. Come on, the real. You are. But I'm gonna tell you, I have a problem with men telling me that when I laugh a lot, because men are funny to me, the real. And the men that I have dated about 2 or 3 men, and they used to tell me that I'm not serious. I laugh all the time. But men's funny to me. Y'all funny and cute, the stuff that y'all say. Okay, he called me short. She shouldn't have did that and told me I'm not her type. Plus, I told you don't put that up there. After I brought her food. Oh, so what you need? Okay, now there's more. But basically, all women use me. No. Okay, listen to this. And I want you to take this in, what I'm about to say. Coming from your first text, I want you to know that she was wrong for calling you short, okay? But to me, it seems like you didn't describe yourself to her. Before you got to describe yourself from the beginning. You have to be honest. We just went through a couple of these things last night and the night before. Y'all got to remember some of this therapy stuff that we're going through. Because they are serious life, modern life, and traditional life. Okay. Did you tell her that you were short before you met her? Did you tell her you were 4'9"? You have to talk to her. Look, keep it decent. Got this an adult presentation content. So let's keep everything all right. But you see, The real. See, the thing is, to me, that you got to, are you looking for a relationship? Are you looking for friends to spend money on? Friends to spend money on? Or you just like to have fun? See, you got to tell these women, what are you doing? What do you want? Didn't we just talk about setting boundaries? But this is not a relationship that you're talking about. This is somebody you're hooking up with. So your expectation, we talked about expectations also. You should have told her your expectations in a certain way before you disappointed her. So you really disappointed your date within your date. She ate, she had a good time, and the thing is, why you think somebody, just because you took somebody out to eat, why do you think that they want to go that route with you? You know, they might just want to do you. Every time you take somebody, y'all men's got to stop this. Just because you take a woman out for date, wait a minute, let me say this before I put that up there. You got to, before y'all, man, you gotta stop. See, you gotta stop making me laugh. See, you don't make me forget what I was gonna say. See, I'm looking at radio thing. Yes, she's only one taller than knowing me. She's my friend, older sister. Okay. And then we talk about, I got all kind of guys want me. See, you hurt her feelings. Woman, I'm just trying to get the ride. See, you doing all of that. That's why. See the real. Get mad at a brother trying to. Look, let me tell you something. See, you're not, that ain't how it goes. That's not how it goes. You don't do that. If you want some zizzle, you need to go out there in the street. And there's a lot of women out there. You know what I don't understand? It's a lot of type of women that some of y'all men like. Y'all need to go out there and be with them. Not the ones who nice looking and got it going on and trying to take care of themselves and stuff like that. You looking for the wrong kind of lady. These ladies ain't got time for what you're looking for. You got to change your expectations of yourself. You're looking for zizzles, and they looking for the kizzles, the dizzles. You looking for zizzles, they looking for dizzles. So your man is in the gutter. They just want you to. Some of that was so nice of you to take her out to eat. That don't mean that you're supposed to take advantage of her. I don't know why you thought that's supposed to be. No, it's not supposed to be like that. No. Deep down in your heart, take her out to eat. You did an awesome job with it. Now she just gonna be this so okay. Now we talking about she still got it going on. Women's in their 50 got it going on. This woman like 50 years old, and I got it when I got to the retirement home. Okay, I gotta go to the retirement home. Okay, but let me tell you something. There are a lot of good looking 50-year-olds and 60-year-olds out there now. 70-year-old women don't age like they used to. But the thing is, you trying to zizzle, and you took her out with the dizzle. And the thing is that you got somebody who got some money. She's a retired woman. So the thing that she a retired woman. So the thing is to smooth that out right there, man. If you want that, what will you expect? Your expectation from the get-go. See, your expectations should have came on the phone when y'all was talking. Your expectations, that terminated you. And then she could have been a little nicer than she was. I think she was kind of she should have been a little nicer. I really do think she should have been a little nicer to you a little bit. You know what I mean? I would have been a little nicer to you, but no. Yeah, I'm not. That's me, and she's her. So I'm not gonna dog her because something happened in between the boundary that you set when you talked to her. Y'all had boundaries because y'all went out to eat. Y'all had dinner. Now you didn't take her to McDonald's, did you? It's nothing wrong with McDonald's, but not on a night when you're supposed to be trying to meet somebody. I went home and no, that's not good. Yeah, women got to realize that men are sensitive too. Men have feelings, and I wouldn't let you feel that bad. I wouldn't have did that. I wouldn't have let you feel that bad. We are, since we on social media, that's different. But I mean, I would have. I don't know. That's sad. Oh, wow. We'll talk about that on another segment. We'll talk about that on a segment. I try to get some resources and we'll help you out right there, okay? That's why I would never trust only any woman. They all say the truth. But only thing I hear in this situation right here, real, is that it's more you're not being real. You're not being realistic in the women, to the women that you meet. You're not being realistic to them. And I think if you communicate effectively with your dates, then it can be all right. But just because I always remember, just because you ask a woman out on a date, you ask a woman out on a date, what expectations are you looking for? Your boundaries, you need to, even though we single, we still have boundaries. We still have to communicate effectively. We still have to be honest. Everything we talked about tonight, these are the things that we got to use and do. The night before, these are things that we got to tap down. And I think if you be honest from the beginning, you won't have no issues. See, she wanted you to come over, okay? You're a nice person. See, look. What I'm gonna do with you? That's the first thing I want to say. What I'm gonna do with you? Okay, it's like this, girl. Stop thinking like that. Stop thinking like that. You are thinking negative. And if I was a negative. See, my thing is with you is you cool. You're a cool dude. And you need a cool friend that understands you and know you because you're not married, you're single, and your expectations are different. But I want to, but see, I'm not gonna say, I'm a positive person, so I'm not gonna say nothing negative about you nor her. I'm not gonna say nothing negative about that woman. I'm not gonna say nothing negative about you, because I'm not a negative person. I'm a positive person. So you need to still, it go back that you need to communicate effectively in your relationship. Set your boundaries. You got to before you go. But so, I'm an okay looking dude too. So what my junk ain't so great, I know. My ABC. But see, it shouldn't even be about that. It shouldn't be even about that. Okay. See, when you go out on, see, you looking, to me, from what you saying, you looking for something different than a woman looking for that person that you dating looking for. It seems like me, you in another area. You looking for this, and you got them thinking this, but it's that. And you can't do women like that. All women ain't for that. This, I mean, it sounds like you saying, if I do this, if I take you out to eat, you got to do this. No, that's not how you want. You know this woman, so yeah, you got to be honest. What you looking for? See, the real, if you got a cool friend, don't lose that relationship with your cool friend. Yeah, if it ain't for the sister, what I need with a woman. Okay, now you made a good statement right there. You said it's not all about the Zilza all the time. You ain't look. Okay, this is what it is. You looking for a Zilza woman, so you picking the wrong women to Zilza. Okay. You looking for the wrong women to Zilza. These days, you got to be careful when you go out there and Zilza in the modern world, because you're going to come out with the kizzle. You'll come out with something that you don't want and you can't get rid of. So I look, if it's all about the Zilza, you meet your women in the wrong place. You meet good women. You don't meet, you trying to turn a good woman. You trying to turn these good women to bad women. No, you just need to find you a Zilza woman. That's all. That's what it sounds like you want. Player. You looking for Zilza. They ain't looking for no Zilza. If it turned green and look at him, the real. Ain't nothing got no business turning. Look, that's another subject. We can't talk about that. No. Let's take this subject. We got to be, we on a tool. We got to respect other people and set boundaries when we speak, okay? Tonight, y'all, we have talked about how to protect your relationships, and we gave some good pointers out. And in your relationship, I wanna end it like this by saying, take notes. I gave y'all some information, okay, that can better your relationship. I'm not gonna sit here and tell nobody marriage to break up in your marriage, but a lot of things that I said tonight and the night before, y'all need to work on this, even in your relationship. Y'all got this, okay? I want to end it like this. Let me put this up here. I believe my dogs done did something to my computer card. I'm gonna have to check and see where that thing go to. Hold on for a minute, y'all. I want to end this. I want y'all to do this. Look. Just get a good lawyer. Boy, you is a what I'm gonna do with you? What I'm gonna do with you? See, you play too much. Oh Lord, have mercy, Jesus. I don't know what to do with you. I don't. Run me. What you say? Oh boy, you gonna have me crying. Run me and run. Oh Lord, have mercy, Jesus. This man got me crying. I want to play something right quick. Whoa. Boy, you is something else. Boy, I tell you, you fun. You are a fun person to be around. I like fun men who like to make me laugh. I really do. Okay, I want to play this. Oh Lord, boy, you have me laughing when I leave him. Hold on for a minute. Okay, hello y'all. I wanna play some y'all for I leave tonight. From the bottom of my heart. First thing I want to tell Dr. Martin Luther King, I know he turning all over in his grave.
Thank you very kind.
About Memphis. I want to tell him happy birthday, but listen to what he's saying. This here.
My friend, as I listen to Ralph Abernathy and his eloquent and generous introduction, and then thought about myself, I wondered who he was talking about. It's always good to have your closest friend and associate to say something good about you. And Ralph Abernathy is the best friend that I have in the world. I'm delighted to see each of you here tonight in spite of a storm warning. You reveal that you are determined to go on anyhow. Something is happening in Memphis, something is happening in our world. And you know, if I was standing at the beginning of time with the possibility of taking a kind of general and panoramic view of the whole of human history up to now, And the Almighty said to me, Martin Luther King, which age would you like to live in? I would take my mental flight by Egypt. And I would watch God's children in their magnificent trek from the dark dungeons of Egypt through, or rather across the Red Sea, through the wilderness on toward the Promised Land. And in spite of its magnificence, I wouldn't stop there. I would move on by Greece and take my mind to Mount Olympus. And I would see Plato, Aristotle, Socrates, Euripides, and Aristophanes assemble around the Parthenon. And I would watch them around the Parthenon as they discuss the great and eternal issues of reality, but I wouldn't stop there. I would go on even to the great heyday of the Roman Empire. And I would see developments around there through various emperors and leaders, but I wouldn't stop there. I would even come up to the day of the Renaissance and get a quick picture of all that the Renaissance did for the cultural and aesthetic life of man, but I wouldn't stop there. I would even go by the way that the man for whom I'm named had his habitat. And I would watch Martin Luther as he tacks his 95 Theses on the door at the Church of Wittenberg, but I wouldn't stop there. I would come on up even to 1863 and watch a vacillating president by the name of Abraham Lincoln finally come to the conclusion that he had to sign the Emancipation Proclamation, but I wouldn't stop there. I would even come up to the early 30s and see a man grappling with the problems of the bankruptcy of his nation and come with an eloquent cry that we have nothing to fear but fear itself, but I wouldn't stop there. Strangely enough, I would turn to the Almighty and say, if you allow me to live just a few years in the second half of the 20th century, I will be happy. Now, that's a strange statement to make because the world is all messed up. The nation is sick. Trouble is in the land, confusion all around. That's a strange statement. But I know somehow that only when it is dark enough can you see the stars. And I see God working in this period of the 20th century in a way that men in some strange way are responding. Something is happening in our world. The masses of people are rising up, and wherever they are assembled today, whether they are in Johannesburg, South Africa, Nairobi, Kenya, Accra, Ghana, New York City, Atlanta, Georgia, Jackson, Mississippi, Memphis, Tennessee, the cry is always the same. We want to be free. And another reason that I'm happy to live in this period is that we have been forced to a point where we're going to have to grapple with the problems that men have been trying to grapple with through history, but the demands didn't force them to do it. Survival demands that we grapple with them. Men for years now have been talking about war and peace, but now no longer can they just talk about it. It is no longer the choice between violence and non-violence in this world. It's non-violence or non-existence. That is where we are today. And also in the human rights revolution, if something isn't done and done in a hurry to bring the colored peoples of the world out of their long years of poverty, their long years of hurt and neglect, the whole world is doomed. Now, I'm just happy that God has allowed me to live in this period to see what is unfolding. And I'm happy that He's allowed me to be in Memphis. I can remember.
Listen, Memphis.
I can remember when Negroes were just going around, as Ralph has said, so often scratching where they didn't itch and laughing when they were not tickled. But that day is all over. We mean business now, and we are determined to gain our rightful place in God's world. And that's all this whole thing is about. We aren't engaged in any negative protest and in any negative arguments with anybody. We are saying that we are determined to be men. We are determined to be people. We are saying that we are God's children. And if we are God's children, we don't have to live like we are forced to live. Now, what does all of this mean in this great period of history? It means that we've got to stay together. We've got to stay together and maintain unity. You know, whenever Pharaoh wanted to prolong the period of slavery in Egypt, he had a favorite formula for doing it. What was that? He kept the slaves fighting among themselves. But whenever the slaves get together, something happens in Pharaoh's court, and he cannot hold the slaves in slavery. When the slaves get together, that's the beginning of getting out of slavery. Now let us maintain unity. Secondly, let us keep the issues where they are. The issue is injustice. The issue is the refusal of Memphis to be fair and honest in its dealings with its public servants who happen to be sanitation workers. Now we've got to keep attention on that. That's always the problem with a little violence. You know what happened the other day, and the press dealt only with the window breaking. I read the article. They very seldom got around to mentioning the fact that 1,300 sanitation workers are on strike, and that Memphis is not being fair to them, and that Mayor Loeb is in dire need of a doctor. They didn't get around to that. Now we're going to march again, and we've got to march again in order to put the issue where it is supposed to be. And force everybody to see that there are 1,300 of God's children here suffering, sometimes going hungry, going through dark and dreary nights, wondering how this thing is going to come out. That's the issue. And we've got to say to the nation, we know how it's coming out. But when people get caught up with that which is right and they are willing to sacrifice for it, there is no stopping point short of victory. We aren't going to let any mace stop us. We are masters in our nonviolent movement in disarming police forces. They don't know what to do. I've seen them so often. I remember in Birmingham, Alabama, when we were in that majestic struggle there. We would move out of the 16th Street Baptist Church day after day. By the hundreds, we would move out, and Bull Connor would tell them to send the dogs for. And they did come. But we just went before the dogs singing, ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Bull Connor next would say, turn the fire hoses on. As I said to you the other night, Bull Connor didn't know history. He knew a kind of physics that somehow didn't relate to the trans physics that we knew about. And that was the fact that there was a certain kind of fire that no water could put out. And we went before the fire hoses. We had known water. If we were Baptist or some other denomination, we had been immersed. If we were Methodist and some other, we had been sprinkled, but we knew water. That couldn't stop us. And we just went on before the dogs, and we would look at them, and we'd go on before the water hoses, and we would look at it. And we just go on singing, over my head, I see freedom in there. And then we would be thrown into paddy wagons, and sometimes we were stacked in there like sardines in a can. They would throw us in, and old Bull would say, take them off. And they did, and we would just go on in the paddy wagon singing, we shall overcome. And every now and then we get in jail, and we see the jailers looking through the windows, being moved by our prayer and being moved by our words and our song. And there was a power there which Bull Connor couldn't adjust to. And And so we ended up transforming bull into a steer, and we won our struggle in Birmingham. Now we've got to go on in Memphis just like that. I call upon you to be with us when we go out Monday. Now about injunctions. We have an injunction and we're going into court tomorrow morning to fight this illegal, unconstitutional injunction. All we say to America is be true to what you said on paper. If I lived in China or even Russia or any totalitarian country, maybe I could understand some of these illegal injunctions. Maybe I could understand the denial of certain basic First Amendment privileges because they haven't committed themselves to that over there. But somewhere I read of the freedom of assembly. Somewhere I read of the freedom of speech. Somewhere I read of the freedom of press. Somewhere I read that the greatness of America is the right to protest for rights. Compassionate by proxy. But he got down with him, administered first aid, and helped the man in need. Jesus ended up saying this was the good man, this was the great man, because he had the capacity to project the eye into the thou and to be concerned about his brother. Now, you know, we use our imagination a great deal to try to determine why the priest and the Levite didn't stop. The times we say they were busy going to a church meeting, an ecclesiastical gathering, and they had to get on down to Jerusalem so they wouldn't be late for their meeting. At other times, we would speculate that there was a religious law that one who was engaged in religious ceremonial was not to touch a human body 24 hours before the ceremony. And every now and then we begin to wonder whether maybe they were not going down to Jerusalem, down to Jericho, rather, to organize a Jericho Road Improvement Association. That's a possibility. Maybe they felt that it was better to deal with the problem from the causal root rather than to get bogged down with an individual effect. But I'm going to tell you what my imagination tells me. It's possible that those men were afraid. You see, the Jericho Road is a dangerous road. I remember when Mrs. King and I were first in Jerusalem. We rented a car and drove from Jerusalem down to Jericho. And as soon as we got on that road, I said to my wife, I can see why Jesus used this as the setting for his parable. It's a winding, meandering road. It's really conducive for ambushing. You start out in Jerusalem, which is about 1,200 miles, or rather 1,200 feet above sea level. And by the time you get down to Jericho, 15 or 20 minutes later, you're about 2,200 feet below sea level. That's a dangerous road. In the days of Jesus, it came to be known as the bloody paths. You know, it's possible that the priest and the Levite looked over that man on the ground and wondered if the robbers were still around. Or it's possible that they felt that the man on the ground was merely faking. And he was acting like he had been robbed and hurt in order to seize them over there love them there for quick and easy seizure. And so the first question that the priest asked, the first question that the Levite asked was, if I stop to help this man, what will happen to me? But then the Good Samaritan came by, and he reversed the question. If I do not stop to help this man, what will happen to him? That's the question before you tonight. Not if I stop to help the sanitation workers, what will happen to my job? Not if I stop to help the sanitation workers, what will happen to all of the hours that I usually spend in my office every day and every week as a pastor? The question is not if I stop to help this man in need, what will happen to me? The question is, if I do not stop to help the sanitation workers, what will happen to them? That's the question.
That's right.
Let us rise up tonight with a greater readiness. Let us stand with a greater determination. And let us move on. In these powerful days, these days of challenge, to make America what it ought to be, we have an opportunity to make America a better nation. And I want to thank God once more for allowing me to be here with you. You know, several years ago, I was in New York City autographing the first book that I had written. And while sitting there autographing books, a demented black woman came up. The only question I heard from her was, "Are you Martin Luther King?" And I was looking down writing, and I said, "Yes." The next minute, I felt something beating on my chest. Before I knew it, I had been stabbed by this demented woman. I was rushed to Harlem Hospital. It was a dark Saturday afternoon. That blade had gone through, and the x-rays revealed that the tip of the blade was on the edge of my aorta, the main artery. And once that's punctured, you're drowned in your own blood. That's the end of you. It came out in the New York Times the next morning that if I had merely sneezed, I would have died. Well, about 4 days later, they allowed me, after the operation, after my chest had been opened and the blade had been taken out, to move around in the wheelchair in the hospital. They allowed me to read some of the mail that came in, and from all over the states and the world, kind letters came in. I read a few, but one of them I will never forget. I had received one from the president and the vice president. I've forgotten what those telegrams said. I'd received a visit and a letter from the governor of New York, but I've forgotten what that letter said. But there was another letter that came from a little girl, a young girl, who was a student at the White Plains High School. And I looked at that letter, and I'll never forget it. It said simply, "Dear Dr. King, I am a 9th grade student at the White Plains High School." She said, "While it should not matter, I would like to mention that I'm a white girl. I read in the paper of your misfortune and of your suffering. And I read that if you had sneezed, you would have died. And I'm simply writing you to say that I'm so happy that you didn't sneeze." And I want to say tonight, that I too am happy that I didn't sneeze, because if I had sneezed, I wouldn't have been around here in 1960. when students all over the South started sitting in at lunch hours. And I knew that as they were sitting in, they were really standing up for the best in the American dream, taking the whole nation back to those great wells of democracy, which were dug deep by the founding fathers in the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. If I had sneezed, I wouldn't have been around here in 1961 when we decided to take a ride for freedom and ended segregation in interstate travel. If I had sneezed, I wouldn't have been around here in 1962 when Negroes in Albany, Georgia decided to straighten their backs up. And whenever men and women straighten their backs up, they are going somewhere, because a man can't ride your back unless it is bent. If I had sneezed, I wouldn't have been here in 1963. The black people of Birmingham, Alabama, aroused the conscience of this nation and brought into being the Civil Rights Bill. If I had sneezed, I wouldn't have had a chance later that year in August to try to tell America about a dream that I had had. If I had sneezed, I wouldn't have been down in Selma, Alabama to see the great movement there. If I had sneezed, I wouldn't have been in Memphis to see a community rally around those brothers and sisters who are suffering. I'm so happy that I didn't sneeze. And they were telling me, now it doesn't matter now. It really doesn't matter what happens now. I left Atlanta this morning, and as we got started on the plane, there were 6 of us. The pilot said over the public address system, "We are sorry for the delay, but we have Dr. Martin Luther King on the plane, and to be sure that all of the bags were checked, and to be sure that nothing would be wrong on the plane.
Wow.
We had to check out everything carefully, and we've had the plane protected and guarded all night." And then I got into Memphis, and some began to say the threats, or talk about the threats that were out, or what would happen to me from some of our sick white brothers. But I don't know what will happen now. We've got some difficult. Life, longevity
That's right.
has its place.
That's right.
But I'm not concerned about that now. I just want to do God's will. And He's allowed me to go up to the mountain. And I've looked over, and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. So I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
Yeah, and I played that. The only reason I played that because I want to tell Martin Luther King happy birthday, and he'll be surprised how what's going on in Memphis right now. That how y'all turning it. He did all of that for people, especially the ones in Memphis, and we killing each other. It's time for us to stop this. It's time for us to stop, y'all. Wake up, people. Killing is not the answer. Okay? That's not how it's supposed to be. I hope y'all enjoyed the presentation for tonight, this early morning. It's me, Wells with me, going with relationships, and then we went into the King's speech. I love y'all. Work it out. Work it out. And y'all get it together. I'm out.